Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome. This is One Divine Light, and today the guides are going to be sharing a message and an energy transmission and an activation for the 1212 portal. Dear ones, our message today and activation is about living, living fully, and not just living fully, being alive while you are living. Now we know that you have heard this before. What does it mean to be alive? And some of you might say, like bungee jumping, and like jumping out of planes and doing grandiose things like this. We would say, being present, to what is, gives or opens the portal. I was going to say gives birth. It's like gives birth, opens the portal to living your divinity. Some of you might say that your divine purpose. We would take this even farther than the idea of living your purpose or living on purpose or living your divine purpose. Is just being fully alive. Fully alive, not just five senses, fully alive, this and extrasensory perception, fully on board or fully alive, fully activated. Okay, so if you're open to this message today, please find a comfortable position and we'll begin. Kiana Soti, Kiana Sochi Kia Pakarasa, dear ones, let's harmonize energy first. Iniakarasa, your heart, our heart, one heartbeat, one thread. Iniakarasa, Chikarasa, one breath, Iokorosa, one song, one tone, one frequency. Iniakarasa, Chikarasa, in which we are abiding. Inokoroso Chikiakarasa, abiding. Iniakarasa, so if you say yes, we say yes, and we harmonize energy now. What are you harmonizing to? Karasa, the source, the life force, the one truth that resides within all without exception. And if you wish to harmonize to this frequency, this energy of love, then you say yes and set your intention to do so. Kiaina karasacho riktishini koroto kiyame kete se aya koroto shi inia korote kiyamakaya sokishi awatai sinia koroto koresichiki, and they're paving the way. Inio koroso chikarata kasarikia torokorosi chikarato for the portal. Inia karasia chikoroti kiyamakara chikorota kasa, because you cannot enter. Inio koroso chikia makarasa chikarasa. If you were to think about a portal as an entrance way, and you could have said you cannot enter with all of the luggage that you want to carry along with you. This requires a new version of you. We will talk about this in our message today. Okay. The truth resonates through all things. The truth is all things. And it resonates and resounds. Resounds. And I Sai shikioti shiwi ikia sai korosho anai kia takara sai kedesi kia karasati kia. And from your heart, Iokoroso, and my heart, Iokorasa Itokoroso, there is a thread. Iokoroso, they say a beam of light today. Now they're saying they like to change it up if you've watched these transmissions before. In the past, they say a thread. Now today they're saying a beam of light. You travel on it. You travel on it, you travel through it. Heart to heart. Aesikyu shuki. Dear ones, Ikorotoshi I see you. Kiakarasa, can you make way? Iniakarasa chikarasa, are you willing to? Iniakarasa, put down the ideas and concepts and beliefs. Iakarasa chikarasa, that keep you tethered and tied. Iniakarasa, to living on the merry-go-round, to living the same experience over and over again. Inikarasa, chikarasa, you call it a different dessert, Ikarasa, chikarasa, but it's the same thing. Sometimes you put sprinkles, sometimes you put a cherry, sometimes you cry because you didn't get the flavor of ice cream you want, Ikarasa, but you're still at the same like dessert bar. In Ikarasa, dessert bar, you're still at the same dessert bar, you're still being served the same thing in the same dish, Ikarasa, chikarasa, and you're serving yourself, did you know? Iniyakarasa, chikarasa. So if you wish to stop Iyokorasa, chikarasa, this cycle altogether, Iniyokoroso, chikarasa, no more from the dessert bar. And you've been told that dessert is the gold. Iyokorasa, chikarasa, it's the good stuff. Iyokoroso, chikarasa, it's the thing you wait for. Iniyokiyasa, chikarasa. Or some of you think it's so good you'll do it first. Iyokorasa, chikarasa. Either way, we say, are you willing to Iyokorasa, let go of this idea of this a sweet treat, Iokoroso, of this dessert, Iokoroso, chikarasa, of living life, acquiring and going after inikarasa, chikarasa, the things that you think are going to be the sweet thing. Ikarasa, the sweet deal. Ikarasa, karasa, that are going to give you the accolades, the feel good. Inikarasa, are you willing inikarasa, to sit in the blank space? Iokoroso, chikarasa, because this is the portal. Iniakarasa, chikoroso, karasa, karasa, as you enter the portal, Iyokorasa, chikarata, karasa, chikarasa, there is this space, Iyokora, like a vacuum. Inokoroso, chikarata, karasa, like a vacuum. Inakarasa, yeah, it's like a vacuum. You could say this, Iyokoroto, karasa, karasa, in two ways. Iniakarasa, chikarasa, one, there is this place, anikarasa, chikorotokorasa, like before you turn on the vacuum, inikarasa, chikorotokorasa, and there's no suction. And then when you inikarasa, turn it on and it like sucks the stuff, inikarasa, chikarasa, it sucks you in. Yokoroso, chikarasa, chikara, but gently, don't fear. Inikarasa, chikarasa, chikirasa, karasa. And iyokorosa, chikarasa, what is the suction? The suction is frequency. It is a magnetic frequency. Explain, please. Iyokoroso, chikarasa, your frequency is magnetic. Iyokoroso, chikarata, karasa, kotoso, karasa, and it creates like a iyokoroso, chikarasa. I'm trying to tell you in the best words I can because they're showing it to me. And iyokorosa, chikarasa, how this is. Iyokorosa, so I'm asking for more, please. Iniyakarasa, chikarotokorasa, chikarasa, karasa, karasa, like a magnetic like a magnet. This is the best way I can tell you. And it kind of said, because they're showing me something, and it kind of said that I have never seen before, and they're doing their best to imprint it on me or through me. Now they're telling me like a ride. That spins around. And then when that ride spins around, you like kind of go up against the ride and it keeps you like pegged, if you would, up against the ride. Like a magnet, like this strong pull. That draws you in. So there is this blank space first. And before you can be drawn in to the portal, through the portal, through the portals, before you can be drawn through the portal, you must be willing to let go. They're saying the word weightless. Not the weight that you think of when you think of the word weightless. It is all the ideas and concepts that you have about self, letting these drop away, so that you can be drawn through the portal. And that is what today's transmission is about. When you say yes to knowing yourself and to knowing life beyond, even the sweetest treats, even those desserts that you deem to be the highest up, those things that you put on a pedestal, are you willing to know life beyond the pedestal? Are you willing to lay everything down at the, like what you would call the altar of the portal? And we do mean everything. So everything is laid down at this altar, if you would. What you would call the good, the bad, and the ugly. We've talked about this before. Now, we don't think anything is good more bad or ugly. These are concepts, because everything is divine. However, all of the things and ideas that you have about life, whether they are good, you must be willing to release them. Whether you think that they are bad, you must be willing to release your judgment. And whether you think that they are ugly, they are things that have scarred you, they have things that have harmed you, or they're ways that you have harmed others, you must be willing to make these an offering. You must be willing to make these an offering at the door of the portal. You must be willing to let them go in love, the same way that you would offer like the fruits at an altar, or the rice or the incense at an altar, however you would set up an altar. And maybe you would make an offering. You are offering all that you believe that you are and all that you believe that you have ever been, so that you may know truly, internal knowing, who you are and what you are. So you can be fully alive. And live alive. Instead of living half dead. Walking around like a zombie, getting from place to place to place. If only the next place that I get to, if only that's going to be the place where I am, going to be fully alive, going to be able to live on purpose. If only I have this much money, if only I have this much time. You're always waiting for another time. You're always waiting for something. And there's no need to wait. It's right now. Because you are divinity right now. So you don't have to wait to be divine. You already are divine. You must be willing to release and relinquish. Lay down at the altar as it is sacred. All the things that you deem negative, they are sacred. The bad and the ugly are sacred, as well as the good. It's all sacred. All of life, all of the events are sacred. Because they are an experience that allows you the contrast to see, this is an internal seeing, to see the truth, to know the truth. All of these things must be given, donated if you would. Laid down at the altar if you like, of the portal. So you may step through. However, the you that you believe that you are not going to step through this portal. You will be like sucked into it. It's not scary, and because they're showing it to me. It's like being drawn into it, like electromagnetically. Because your vibration will be in harmony with the truth of who and what you are. In this way, you are merging, and it is like calling or pulling you in. Because you are in this frequency like a magnet, and so easily can be pulled like this, very fast, very strong. But if you took this end of the magnet and you covered it with something, it would slow it down, or even stop it altogether. Like this is what life is like. This is what life is like. Excuse me, please. It's like you have been covered. So the magnetic pull, the frequency, isn't as strong. But when you take off the cover, and you're willing to take off the cover, like they're giving me the sound effect, so I'm trying to give it to you, like it's like a whooshing sound. You will be drawn in. So why? Because why not? Because why not? So what keeps you from this is your belief, and in a separate self, and a belief that you are not divine. And as such, you experience a reality where you are separate and you are not experiencing yourself as divine, not because this is true, because this is what you are choosing. And you may choose different. That simple. So if you say yes, we say yes, and let us now harmonize to this energy. Activate. And while we harmonized, yes, we will harmonize and activate all together to this energy and this frequency. You set the intention and you be willing if you like to be handing over all of the ideas and concepts about who you believe you are and the things that have happened. So this isn't living in a nihilistic way. Like this isn't that there's no point or no purpose and that there's nothing. Sometimes you think of the word emptiness, and you might have heard this in spiritual ideas or practices, and it is not empty. It's actually very full, but it is empty in the way that it is empty of the concepts. It is not empty of experience. It is not empty of experience. I was trying to get more information, and they're saying the best that they can do right now, and to try to like inform me of this so that I can share is this idea and that it's not empty. It's very full, but it's very full of an experience that is beyond the five senses. It's beyond anything that you could ever imagine. And it's very full. But first you must empty. And when you empty, it is glorious. It is a giving and a willingness of a giving of all the things. You want to give each other only the good, right? And this might seem very noble, but you must be willing to allow those things that have been repressed and stuck, hidden, to come to surface. And this will be in each's own time. And be seen in love. Who does the seeing? Yes, you could say the personality self does the seeing. But more than this, it is the divine aspect of you does an internal seeing. How? Because each time that you open to love, you expand your experience of love. You don't have to create love. You are opening to what is already here. It's already here. It's already now. And as you open to this, more can flow through. You are the portal. You make yourself the portal first. By being willing to open to beyond what you know now, by being willing to lay down the ideas and concepts, to be willing to lay down the life that you had and the life that you have for being alive to what is. So this is very different in the way that many times you say things like, be willing to get let go of the life that you have for the life that you want or the life that you're going to build. And this is not our message. Our message is actually being willing to let go of the life that you had, being willing to let go of the life that you believe that you have right now, so that you may open to being simply alive, with no concept of what life is or how to build it or what to do with it. Because when you are open to this aliveness, you will know what there is to know. And you will know what there is to do and what needs to be done and what does not need to be done. You will be informed through the divine aspect that you are, divine mind. And in this way, you will be fully alive, senses full on, not just five senses, beyond extrasensory perception, you will be fully alive, fully on, fully engaged in a life that is beyond your concepts and your ideas of what you have right now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And so let us do this now together. You set your intention, you be willing to lay it down all at the altar, everything that you have been, everything that you have done, so that you may be fully alive and open to everything that you actually are. So if you like to use a visualization, and it helps you, you could envision a portal, and you can envision stairs. And you may do this as you like and as you wish. And for some of you, this may not feel appropriate. You may wish to not visualize anything. Do as you wish. As you are guided. There is no wrong way. Do as you are guided. By your own internal guidance system. This is what we speak to. So we speak beyond your intellect now. And either way, now, if you like, you are willing, you may say it or think it, or feel it beyond words, that you are willing to let go of all concepts, ideas, and beliefs, of who and what you have been, and who and what you think you are now, so that you may step into the empty space, and we greet you here. And there will be silence here. And in the laying down of all that you have been and all that you believe that you are, and all parts, you give with a love, with a reverence, and you lay it at the feet of the portal. You lay it down, so you are empty of all things, so that you may know with internal knowing all that you are, and live alive, fully alive, fully engaged. And let's activate the extrasensory perception now, please. Diane, now, please. Love leads the way. Iniakarasa chikoroto koroso, and you may feel iniakarasa chikoroto korese kerasa, the feeling of ikarasa like a magnet's pull, iniakarasa being drawn through the portal iniakayasa karasa itakarasa into fully alive iniakarasa energetic iayakarasa experience. Iakarasa chikiakarasa she. See you, say, shoo, see, shoo, see, shoo, 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 shoo. extrasensory perception, karasa online, kareti shukotoshi, anakarata karasa kerete kerese korote kerese karata katata, hikia torokoto so kerete kerese karata kose katata karasa katata ti, inia koroso to chikarata karasi ti chikarata karasa kete ti karasa kerese kodoro partashi, inia koroso kete karata kotes karata katata karato kochikabakta tikiri kasokere katso, hina korso barakata sagarate koroto kete kashiere. Ine korsukarata kushe, chikarabrakta sedikarata karata korota kechi, asakarashkarata naishi, inia korosa chikarabrakta sai, shai. I also korshkarata shikarata kara sai. Yoti kerosokitashi, so he. I see she Yana karasai koroso. The truth resounds, it resounds. Iyo korosa karasa. It is alive. Iyo koroso chikarasa. It is an energy. Iya karasa that is alive. It has a heartbeat. Iya karasa, it has a pulse. Inia karasa chikarasa, and that pulse is you. It's in you and it is you. Inia karasa chikoroso. Welcome home. Iniaka sikia tokoroso. Hearts merge. Saikia pai takanai sai shialai. Nishai Kyoti shi. Yeah, Sokoroso, and they're doing a clearing now, Iakarasa, because they're showing it to me like this, Iakarasa, Iniakarasa, Chikarata Karasa, for those times that you feel like, Iniakarasa, the resistance, or you feel like your ties or tethers are showing it to me like tentacles, trying to like go back, Iniakarasa, Chikara, back to who you were and how you were, Iniakarasa, and to what feels like, Iakarasa, Chikarasa. Iakarasa, like the safe place, ikarasa, like living safely, ikarasa, and doing the safe things. Iokoroso chikarasa. We don't tell you not to be safe, iokoroso chikarasa, and also we tell you that you also are safe. Ikarasa, iokoroso chikarasa. At your essence, iokoroto ikarasa, you are always safe. Iokorosa iokoroto koroso. And in ikarasa, for those that in ikarasa, like these tentacles that want to sometimes grasp at the past. They're showing me like past relationships specifically, like friendship, but also like an intimate relationship. Like the grasping at this kind of thing. And grasping at like old like employment, like jobs and things. So like grasping at this, that you can just let go, like a balloon. They're showing it to me now, and it's kind of like you let go and you just float away, and you kind of sound like you just float away, and it kind of sound that light, that airy, that breezy, that easy. And let's clear, please. So if you feel like this speaks to you and this clearing speaks to you and you wish to participate, you say yes. Of course, we say yes, and we do this now. In some shape, way, or another, at some time or another, everybody wants to bring their tentacles back and hold on to something in the past or revisit something in the past, and there's nothing wrong with this. And if also you wish to move forward, and you wish to clear this, so we do it now. Let go. Anasai shikarata karasa and no. Ini karasa let go and no. Any see karasa chikarasa chikia karasa. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, iya karasa chikara, you know, ini karasa, who and what you are, ini karasa, which is divinity, i karasa, expressed through a form, inia karasa, informing a field, iya karasa chikara karasa of energy, inia karasa chikia. Previously, the sites that you see before you, inikarasa chikarasa, previously your thoughts and ideas have informed the field. Your vibrational frequency has informed the field, but now the field is getting new information. Iakarasa, a new frequency. Iakayasa chikarasa chikarasa that is allowing for transmissions like this. Iniakarasa chikara, and for this we are deeply grateful. Iniakarasa chikiana karasai shi isikio. Asaya koroshi akanasi Hayasakoroso, and we say it like this: we leave you in love. Iniha karasa, we never leave you. And isio koroso chikiana sakarasa, but as a way of saying inia karasa that we end this transmission now, and we say it like this: we leave you in love, but know that you're never alone. Iya kaya so chia karasa chikarasa chikara. We love you. Inia kaya sai shi. Omayatai shu kiai shu. Titi shi kia. Shi. Siyusu. Saikishi. Kuasishi. Thank you. Thank you so much to the guides for sharing this today. And thank you so much for sharing in this. And as always, we're sending you so much love. Thank you.